good evening and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're here with the Super Formula Season 3, Round 5 at Brands Hatch. And what a corker we've got coming up for you. It's a VRC single-seater formula using those, I don't know what they're called. Super formulas, I guess. And we're at Brands Hatch. They have to, oh God, we've all gone to pieces. Yeah, my kid had started downloading the game during that last stream, hence why the internet got absolutely chock-a-block. So it's annoying. Didn't know I was streaming, even though I'm downstairs on my own chatting away. But apparently that's his excuse. So yes, we're at Brands Hatch, the 2.452 mile track in Kent with 9 turns. We're going to have a 46 lap race here, and they're allowed to use the super softs, the softs, the mediums, or the racing hards, but they're only allowed to use the super soft racing tyres once in the race. They carry championship ballast, so we've not got very long, 3 minutes. So let me quickly go through the championship table for you, and then I'll try and see if there's time to tell you the grid and what ballast they're carrying. So Talleyrand is leading this championship also, as well as the Megans, on 77 points. Skyjacker in second on 66, but he's unable to make it. Racer Brown in third on 63 points. Guesty, also unable to make it, is in fourth on 61 points. Homesick Alien fifth on 55 points. Shiren is sixth on 46 points. Digital Blasphemy is seventh on 44 points. Cthulhu is eighth with 42 points. Jim is ninth on 40 points. Alexis Maximus 10th on 18 points. 11th is JTX on 10 points. Noxie is 12th on 10 points. Turtle is 13th on 9 points. And Pat is 14th on 9 points. Very tight then there. And so the grid is the reverse of the championship. So we should have Pat on pole, and he is carrying the standard weight 100%, 660 kilograms. Then Turtle in second. Oh, I'm not going to read them because I'll just get lost. But next Turtle on 110% weight. Noxie was on 100% weight. JTX is on 105% weight. Alexis Maximus on 101% weight. Jim is on 102% weight. Then we'll have Cthulhu on 104% weight. Digital Blasphemy next on 106% weight. Shiren on 110% weight. Homesick Alien on 103% weight, and I'm sure he'll be glad about that. He struggled at Tokyo last week carrying the extra weight, so his weight's gone back down as he's dropped down the table a bit. Guesty on 108% weight. Racer Brown on 115% weight. He cannot shake that weight off. I think it's because he missed a round, so he's always carrying a little extra. Skyjacker on 111% weight, with Talleyrand on 113% weight, and Shadow Rider on 115% weight. It says Talleyrand is typing. I don't know, I'm just hanging about to see if he is typing something. He's not, he's just probably having a look at what I'm reading. He's probably thinking, hey, something's not right there, didn't sound right. So yes, we'll be on the go anytime soon. Racer Brown saying hello again. Hi, yeah, the Megane was fun. It looked fun, it looked fun. Shame the stream dropped out, but like I said, my eldest had decided, whilst watching Netflix on on his PC, started downloading a game on his PS4, and I think that's what killed the internet. I keep checking, and it says the internet's good, so I don't know why it drops out like it does. And we've been asked if we're ready. I like to be involved, so I shall say I am ready. as we build up to this, what did I say it was, 46 laps here at Brands Hatch. And we will see Pat on pole with Turtle in second, Noxie third, and then Jim in fourth, Cthulhu fifth, Digital Blasphemy in sixth, Shiren seventh, Homesick Alien in eighth, Racer Brown in ninth, 10th will be Talleyrand, and that should be everyone. Is there a 10? Yes, 10 people. Pat saying 46 laps of fun. Fingers crossed for everyone that there's no glitches in this one. Hopefully Shiren, he said he's restarted everything. He restarted the whole house. So hopefully he'll be good. Digital Blasphemy in a lovely Mercedes livery out there. Pat in his Williams replica, looking good. The final has started. Oh, the race. Why the final? That annoys me. And the Racer Brown saying, good luck, everyone. So there they all are, sat on the grid, waiting to go. And that is your grid. And there you can see. Take away those big horrible numbers because they're distracting. As we wait for the green lights, a great view of the grid. We can see everyone on it. Oh dear, a little jump start there from Shiren, I believe. So a little jump start at Shiren. He's dropped to the back. I believe that was Shiren at the back. And her Pat making a great start with Noxie in second, Cthulhu up into third, Jim in fourth, Homesick Alien right in amongst it there in sixth. Digi's just gone ahead of Cthulhu. Homesick Alien sixth, Racer Brown seventh, Turtle in eighth place, Talleyrand up to ninth, just ahead of Shiren. There's a little tight battle here between Shiren, Turtle, and Pat's dropped down. Pat's dropped down into seventh place, with Noxie now being the leader out there, and Jim in second, Digital Blasphemy in third spot, Cthulhu in fourth, Homesick Alien up into fifth place. As they make their way around, the speed is unbelievable around here. We'll sit on board with the Alien, right in the middle of the pack. Just behind him we've got Racer Brown. Ahead of him we can see Cthulhu and Digital Blasphemy. They do have a boost to use during the race, but not on the first lap. Now they can start using boost if they so wish to. And we're on board as we head into Druids. It looks like Cthulhu's a little wide there. Homesick Alien trying to take advantage, but he just wasn't close enough. And he's got a Racer Brown very close behind him. He's out wide. Racer Brown, oh no, that's a Pat moving up the inside. Where did he come from? We had Racer Brown behind him. So Pat making his way up, Pat with a lighter car than Homesick, only 3% though. Shouldn't make too much difference as Homesick tries to go up the inside of Pat in Hawthorns. It's very tight around there, and they manage to stay on a track with Noxie out there in the lead in his Alliance Project BMW Project X car, ahead of Jim in the Lucky Strike Honda, then Digital Blasphemy in the Mercedes. Cthulhu is fourth, clinging on. Homesick Alien's got himself back ahead of Pat. Pat looks like he's struggling at the back there. I saw him swinging around the track. Shiren trying to go past Talleyrand, and he does so. The Haas car up into 7th place, ahead of Talleyrand in 8th. Pat in 9th, just ahead of Turtle, who is in 10th. But so far, Noxie is the man in the lead. He's got a second lead on Jim. We're having a bit of a lag spike there. I don't know who that might be. Not seeing any car really lagging badly out there. Racer Brown trying to keep up with Homesick Alien at the moment. Racer Brown, remember, on the heaviest ballast out there at the moment. Shiren in 7th. He's pulled away from Talleyrand. Talleyrand dropping behind Pat. in 9th, just ahead of Turtle. In 10th, maybe Talleyrand, he's on the softs, with Turtle starting on the super softs, Pat on the super softs, Sharen's on the softs, Racer Brown on the softs, Homesick Alien on the softs, Cthulhu is on the softs, Digital Blasphemy is also on the softs, Jim, he's on the racing soft tyres, as well as Noxie. So there's just 2 of them using those super softs in this first stint. And Noxie so far 1.1 seconds ahead of Jim. Just on a 111.0 for Noxie. Jim doing a 110.9. Nothing in it between the 2 drivers. Digital Blasphemy did a 110.4. Very close indeed. Cthulhu did a 110.7, just staying ahead of the Alien, who did a 110.1 his last time around. Racer Brown a 110.7. Very tight around here. 46 laps we've got of this Brands Hatch circuit. Sharen having a quick click on his boost, trying to pull away from Pat. Pat did a 10.3 his last time around. He's getting purples this time. Pat going for that fastest lap as Talleyrand. Oh, though Pat, yeah, no, he's still on the track. I thought he just put a wheel off as we pulled away, and he's caught up with Sharen. And they're all bunching up there with Sharen. Oh, it's Cthulhu. Cthulhu must have had an off. Cthulhu must have had an off, and he's slotting back in behind Sharen, just ahead of Pat. So Cthulhu now on his boost, trying to pull away from Pat, as Noxie still leading by that 1 second ahead of Jim. Digital Blasphemy getting a little bit closer. He's just taken the fastest lap of the race so far, drawing closer to Jim in 2nd place. And Homesick Alien still in 4th ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown keeping a track of that Alien as they make their way around Surtees and along Pilgrim's Drop. And Racer Brown trying to get a tow from the Alien onto the brakes into Hawthorns towards Westfield. Then Dingledale, Sheen Curve, down to Sterling's. Oh, Racer Brown hanging it out wide there. He's a second ahead of Sharen at the moment. He's lost a little ground to the Alien on this lap. Further back, we've got Sharen in 6th place. Cthulhu in 7th, Talleyrand in 8th, Pat's dropped down to 9th, just ahead of Turtle. So it looks like the super softs are not helping these guys at the further back here. Does make the car a bit oversteery, them super softs. They're a little overly grippy, one would say. And at the moment, Noxie doing everything right out there at the front of the pack. 1.6 seconds ahead of Jim now. He's edged away a little bit. He did a 110.0 his last time around. Jim doing a 110.2. And he's 1.3 seconds ahead of Digital Blasphemy, who managed a 10.9. Bunting in the chat saying evening all. Hi Bunting. Homesick Alien. He cannot shake off Racer Brown at the moment. Racer Brown sticking with him all the way. Tyres still look good, fuel looks good. And we've got a long way to go before we can start seeing how this race pans out. And it's manic, it's a corner after corner, no time to rest for these drivers out there. Noxie has just got the fastest lap of the race with a 109.6. And he's doing a super job, absolutely stand-up job there from Noxie. 7 laps into this 46 lap race, only 39 left to go, with Jim now dropping back a little bit further from Noxie. Noxie hasn't used his boost, he's doing this just down to talent and skill. Jim staying ahead of Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy doing some stunning lap times, but not managing to close up on the Honda in front of him. Homesick Alien cannot shake Racer Brown off at the moment. And Sharen's not too far behind him as well, only 7/10 behind as we sit on board the Russian sensation as he chases down Racer Brown and Homesick Alien there. We're in a 5th and 4th place. Going into Druids, he's 2 seconds ahead of Cthulhu. Cthulhu looks like he's in a battle with Talleyrand at the moment. We'll have a quick look. Oh no, he's got a little bit of a gap to Talleyrand. Talleyrand did a 109.7 his last time around. Cthulhu did a 110.7. So Talleyrand starting to push on and catch up with the Spaniard. Turtle's got himself ahead of Pat. Pat doing a 118.2 last time around. It wasn't a great lap for Pat. A 112.8 for Turtle. But Noxie still out there in the 109s. 2.7 seconds ahead of Jim. Jim kicking up a bit of dirt there, giving a Digital Blasphemy the opportunity to draw ever closer. Digital Blasphemy in spitting distance. He might be wanting to make a move on the Honda at any time soon as they head into Paddock Hill Bend. A tricky corner there. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Good catch from Digital Blasphemy there. Wow. He was out a little wide in Paddock Hill, over the curbs, unstabled the car somewhat, and that's given Homesick Alien the opportunity to draw closer to Digital Blasphemy. He's pulled away from a Racer Brown a little bit, so Homesick Alien now on a push, and he wants to get that 3rd place and start having an attack at Jim. And Homesick Alien, a patient driver, if ever there was one. Ooh, and I think these guys lose a little aero when they're following each other a little closely. And as you can see, when they're going through the corners, they're not getting the grip that they expect when they're up behind each other. Homesick Alien trying to harass a Digital into a mistake. Digital, though, is a wily racer. He knows what to do. He's sticking with it. He's in 3rd place at the moment behind Jim. He was having a corking race around here at Brands. He had a nightmare last time around, had an absolutely corking race in the GTMC, bar one small mistake, which cost him dear. He won't be wanting to repeat that at the moment, though. Digital Blasphemy drawing ever closer to Jim. Jim did a 110.7 his last time around. Digi did a 110.9. Homesick Alien right there as well, 3 abreast, or 3 alongside each other, sorry, not 3 abreast, that's when they're alongside, next to each other. The train of 3, and oh, it looks like Digital made a small mistake into Hawthorns, giving Homesick Alien a good look at the back of his Mercedes. And Homesick Alien, though, he's being held up a little bit at this point because Racer Brown's starting to close in on the Alien. Sharen's just there as well. The whole pack is starting to close up a little bit. And Homesick Alien will be wanting to make a move on Digital Blasphemy pretty soon because he's got Racer Brown breathing down his neck. Talleyrand's coming to the pits. Seems a bit early. He's got half a tank of fuel on board. But yes, Homesick Talleyrand into the pits. So that puts Pat up into 8th. He's got himself back ahead of Turtle. And Talleyrand is still there. He's put some super softs on. He's put some super softs on lap 11 of this race. He's only put a quarter of fuel in. He had half a tank. And Pat just got the fastest lap of the race with a 108.9. So Pat's starting to get into the groove. And it's 6 seconds for Noxie in the lead at the moment. Jim has got Digital Blasphemy breathing down his neck. Digital Blasphemy trying to pressure Jim into a mistake. Jim's just got to keep a calm head, keep it on the grey stuff, and not let what's happening behind him bother him too much. If we get on board with Jim and look back, we can see Digital Blasphemy, Homesick Alien and Racer Brown all there, all looking to try and get a move on Talleyrand going in for the undercut is all I can think he's done. He's gone in, put super softs on. He's only put a small amount of fuel in the car. There through Druids. We're looking back at Digital Blasphemy and Homesick Alien. It's looking rather cool there, Digital Blasphemy. Having a look at the back of Jim's car. Jim on the boost, trying to pull away from Digi. Homesick Alien dropping back from these two again, back into Racer Brown's arena. And at 6 seconds Noxie's got on these guys. He's got a good healthy lead at the moment in this race. As we sit looking forward from Jim. Very close together. Jim, Digital Blasphemy, Homesick Alien, Racer Brown and Shiren all in striking distance of each other, and so far Talleyrand the only one interested in going in for a pit stop in these early stages of the race. Jim's tyres starting to look quite used, and Digital Blasphemies, oh, still fresh as a daisy on Digital Blasphemies. Homesick Aliens still looking quite good. Racer Brown's alright, as Jim's using his tyres up more so than anyone else. And Noxies are looking alright as well, so interesting stuff. Catula in 7th, 1.5 seconds behind Shiren. Pat in 8th, oh, he's gone wide in that corner there, pushed it a little too hard into Surtees, with Talleyrand chasing him down with those fresh super softs on. Pat might be under fire soon from the Subaru. And Turtle, looks like he's been in for a pit stop because his tyres look pretty good. I think the lap before last he must have come in, changed those tyres over. And Noxie 7.4 seconds now, as Jim, I think, struggling on those tyres, and Homesick Aliens trying to attack Digital Blasphemy. He's got Racer Brown right there as well. He's going and have a look up at the Druids. No, he can't. He's drawn alongside Digital Blasphemy, but Digital Blasphemy's got the inside line for Surtees. So Digital Blasphemy staying ahead. Not Surtees, Graham Hill Bend, sorry. Homesick Alien having a look, and Jim's still there, but Jim's tyres are going away from him. Jim on the boost button, trying to run away from these guys. Jim's tyres not looking too healthy there. Digitals are fine. Homesick Aliens are good. Racer Browns are good. And so are Shiren's. But Jim is managing just to stay ahead, do enough. Oh, and Digi's out wide. Came back onto the track, but Homesick Aliens already got by. So has Racer Brown. Poor Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy just pushing a little too hard into Sheen's curve, or Sterling, sorry. God, I don't know. I'm going to stop saying corners. So Digital Blasphemy dropping down into 6th, just pushing a little too hard, went wide in the corner, and now Homesick Alien up into 3rd, attacking Jim. Jim, he's got 6/10 on the Alien at this moment, but his tyres just going away and away from him. Ooh, perfect from Jim. I've already gone wide there, but he did just enough to stay on the track. And Homesick Alien, he's managed to pull a little bit away from Racer Brown. And Shiren's got closer to Racer Brown now. Shiren looking like he's ready to make a move. And Digital Blasphemy, I bet he's doing some swearing in that cockpit as he makes his way around in 6th. He was in 3rd. And oh, Jim's had a big off. Jim. That same corner. Oh, he'll be hating that corner. Poor Jim. So Noxie is leading, 9.5 seconds. Homesick Alien now up into 2nd place. Racer Brown in 3rd. Shiren 4th. Digital Blasphemy up to 5th. Catula in 6th. Talleyrand in 7th place. Jim's got himself going again. Is he going to come in the pits, get rid of those tyres? I think that's the wise thing to do for Jim. Unbelievable stuff, Jim. I bet he can't believe his luck and how much he hates that corner. Whilst Noxie, meanwhile, he's got a quarter of a tank of fuel left. We're on lap 16 of 46, 30 laps to go. And so far, Noxie's got a lovely, healthy lead, 10 seconds nearly from Homesick Alien. Racer Brown, though, back on the Alien's case. And Homesick Alien has got to try and keep a level head in that second spot ahead of Racer Brown. Digital Blasphemy, he's got himself back ahead of Shiren. Must have made a good move on Shiren there. Shiren out wide. As he looks for a way past. Digital Blasphemy still maintaining that fourth place, with Shiren in fifth. Catula, though, getting very close to these guys. He's back in the race again. Talleyrand, after his pit stop, some 12.5 seconds behind them, but his undercut might work as they all come into the pits. He's 26 seconds behind Noxie. And what did a pit stop cost him? 23. 10 seconds, but he only put a quarter of a tank of fuel in, so he'll have to make another stop himself. But Noxie 10.3 seconds ahead of the Alien. Noxie doing a 1:10.7 that last lap around. The Alien doing a 10.4. Racer Brown a 10.4. Digital Blasphemy 11.2, but he overtook Shiren on that lap, who did a 12.4. And Catula doing an 11.4. Catula almost used all his boost up. He gets greedy with his boost. He doesn't trickle it out over the whole race. He uses it all up in the one go. Noxie yet to touch the boost. Homesick Alien, a little bit of boost. And Catula has come in. Catula not happy with his tyres, so he's come in. Talleyrand should get that position from Catula as he makes his way around that final corner. Across the line into Paddock Hill Bend. Can Pat make up the position on Catula as well? Catula's starting to come out onto the track, and he is behind Pat. But Pat will have to pit himself, although his tyres are looking very healthy for a set of Super Softs. Talleyrand Super Softs still fine. He's 12 seconds behind Shiren. Noxie leading the way, 10 seconds lead on Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien maintaining that second on Racer Brown. Digital Blasphemy in fourth ahead of Shiren. There's 2 seconds adrift of Digital Blasphemy. And Talleyrand catching these guys up. 10.0, a 10.2 his last 2 laps. Shiren doing a 10.5 his last time around. Digital Blasphemy managing a 109.9, getting himself closer to Racer Brown. So Digital Blasphemy trying to insert himself back into the race. His tyres are a little bit better, just a little bit better than Racer Brown's. Homesick Alien looking after his tyres, looking after his fuel quite well as well, half a tank. Whereas Noxie, he's nearly used all his fuel up. He'll be looking to make a pit stop in the next lap or two. Whereas it looks like Homesick Alien has made that. I think Homesick Alien could eke this out to a one-stopper if he wishes. He's got the option to, with that amount of fuel on board. He can go very deep if he keeps looking after his tyres like that as well. He could go rather deep, as we're only 7 laps away from the halfway mark. Not even 7, sorry. 4 laps away from the halfway point. There goes Racer Brown. Racer Brown's gone in to change those tyres. His fuel, he was down to a quarter. Digital Blasphemy moving up into third. Shiren stayed out there as well. Is Talleyrand going to get Racer Brown position as well with his early pit stop? He is. And he is up into 5th place. And Racer Brown onto a set of Super Softs. 3/4 of a tank of fuel, and he's back out on track. Ahead of Cthulhu, but behind Talleyrand by 5.7 seconds. Talleyrand, he did make an early stop. Noxie, 11 seconds now, but his fuel is flashing, where Homesick Alien has really looked after that fuel in this race. And he sat in the crowd, so I imagine he was doing a lot of slipstreaming, coasting on the accelerator a bit to try and save fuel. Digital Blasphemy also doing okay with fuel. Shiren just under a quarter, and there goes Noxie. Noxie's come in now, so Homesick Alien should take over the lead of the race. Heading around the final corner, across the line, and into the lead does the Leyland Super Formula Cargo, piloted by Homesick Alien. Digital Blasphemy in second place. Shiren moving up into third. Noxie's back out on track in fourth, ahead of Talleyrand by about 3 seconds. And Noxie opting to go to the Racing Soft again. And can he maintain a good lap time ahead of Talleyrand? Talleyrand already down to just above a quarter of a tank. Noxie now on 3/4 of a tank. Shiren, Digital Blasphemy and Homesick Alien, the top three out there at the moment. Further back, we've got Cthulhu in 7th. He's 3 seconds behind Racer Brown. Hat in 8th, 7 seconds behind Cthulhu. Jim in 6th. He made an early stop, remember, he's just on a 1:09. He's doing some lovely consistent lap times. As people pit, I think we'll see Jim rise up. And Turtle is in 10th, 10 seconds behind Jim. He also made an early stop as well. He's down to a quarter of a tank of fuel. But Homesick Alien doing an absolutely corking job. He's pulled out 3 seconds on Digital Blasphemy at the moment. And we're only a lap away from the halfway point in this race. Shiren in third. Noxie catching him up rather quickly though. Noxie only 1.4 seconds behind the Russian sensation, pulling away from Talleyrand. So Noxie, he means to win this one, I believe. He's got the intention to take the win today. But Homesick Alien and Digital Blasphemy both will have something to say about that as they move over the line to start lap 23, which will be at the end of this halfway point in this race. They're both carrying still quite a good amount of fuel. The tyre wear's looking good for the pair of them. Talleyrand back into the pits again. Talleyrand back into the pits. He's got a quarter of a tank of fuel on. And Homesick Alien leading from Digital Blasphemy. Noxie up into third. He's just got himself past Shiren, it seems. Shiren's fuel is flashing. His tyres are starting to look a little haggard. He'll be wanting to go in himself soon. And Noxie on the move. He's only 8 seconds behind Digital Blasphemy, but I think he'll be making one more stop than the 2 cars ahead of him today. As I reckon these guys look to be on a 1 stop as they make their way around. Shiren definitely going to need to go into the pits at the end of this lap. Cthulhu, he must have pitted, he looks like he pitted on lap 17. He's got half a tank of fuel, his tyres still looking fresh. There goes Shiren then into the pits to get some new boots on, give his car a drink. And Cthulhu moving up into 4th, into Paddock Hill, a bend. And a Racer Brown following him through on them super soft tyres, half a tank of fuel. Talleyrand following him through, just finishing his out lap as he has just pitted himself. Jim moves up a spot. Shiren is on his way out as Jim just flies by. Jim with half a tank of fuel left in his car. Shiren, he's topped right up on those super softs. Turtle in 9th, and Pat is in 10th. And Pat has just pitted. He's come out behind Digital Blasphemy, but a lap down. Homesick Alien, 5 seconds he's got on Digital Blasphemy now, as he goes around to start lap 25. And he is going very deep before his pit stop. Digital Blasphemy in 2nd place. And Noxie in 3rd. He shaved a second off of Digital Blasphemy. He was 7 seconds behind him. Now it's down to nearly just under 6 seconds. And Pat looks like he'll be wanting to unlap himself. It's Digital Blasphemy, I imagine, on the older tyres, looking after those bad boys. Noxie in 3rd, Catula in 4th, but Racer Brown all up in his business. Racer Brown looking to make a move on the Spaniard. He's got the boost on as Racer Brown to try and make the move along a Pilgrim's Drop, but Catula, who's got no boost left to defend with, still stays ahead, and Racer Brown out wide, but keeps control of the car, gets back onto the track and lives to tell the tale. Talleyrand 10 seconds behind those boys. He's just done the fastest lap of the race, a 108.691. So Talleyrand, and he's just got a quarter of his boost left at this point. Shiren in 7th place. Still got half his boost left. He's 10 seconds behind Talleyrand, but he's topped up. Oof. Thought he lost the car a bit there. He's topped up on fuel. It's good to go. Jim has dropped down to 8th, though he had a bad lap that last lap. I was going to say he was ahead of Shiren, wasn't he? And now he's dropped behind Shiren. He's back on it again now with a 110.6. Pat in 9th, still sitting behind Digital Blasphemy. And Turtle's starting to catch him up. He's only 2.3 seconds behind Pat. Pat, he'll be dying to unlap himself. And I think they are allowed to unlap themselves if they are somewhat faster. And it's down to strategies and stuff. Homesick Alien's come in. Homesick Alien has come in for some new boots, some fuel. Digital Blasphemy stayed out there for another lap. Is that wise to do? He did a 10.9 his last time around. So he's still on good pace with those tyres and that fuel. But Homesick Alien will be coming out with a vengeance. He's come out behind Racer Brown, 1.7 seconds behind Racer Brown. But Racer Brown will have to pit, and possibly will have to pit again before the end of the race. Homesick Alien, I imagine, is going till the end. He's put the super softs on. We're on lap 27 of 46. Digital Blasphemy still out there. His fuel has started flashing though, so we imagine he's going to be coming in soon. Noxie in 2nd place. He's nearly 10 seconds ahead of Cthulhu, who's maintaining that position ahead of Racer Brown. And Homesick Alien will be catching up Racer Brown rather swiftly on his fresh super soft tyres. Uncle BD is saying quality racing. There is some good racing going on out there. Homesick Alien, oh, Racer Brown's, he's gone all wild. He got on the curbs, the car was all over the shop, and now Homesick Alien is sitting right on his trunk, looking to make a move. Homesick Alien still got a shed load of his boost left, and Racer Brown's used about half of it up. As they go through Druids, Cthulhu ahead of those guys. Digital Blasphemy still hasn't come in. Noxie has caught up. Pat. So Pat will be getting the blue flags. And has allowed Noxie through. Looks like Noxie's going to try and get the move on Digital Blasphemy before the pit stops. Digital Blasphemy trying to squeeze every last ounce of fuel out of that car. He's out wide, but he's alright. He's got it under control. Heart in the mouth moment for Digital Blasphemy there. but he keeps it together, but that gives Noxie the opportunity to draw alongside him as they come through the final corner, and Digital Blasphemy stayed out for another lap. My word, Digital Blasphemy is really playing dare with his fuel tank. And Cthulhu there in third. He's 9 seconds behind Digital Blasphemy, so he should go ahead of him when he pits, but there's still another pit stop for Cthulhu. And Digital Blasphemy wants to go as late as he can in this race, but to his detriment really. He did 11.7 and now a 12.9. He's losing time, hand over fist. Pat just wants to get by him, wants to unlap himself. Luckily Turtle must have made another pit stop. He's dropped further back from Pat. And Jim, he's only 4 seconds behind Shiren, but Shiren's recently pitted. Jim will be wanting to come in again, change those tyres. Talleyrand, he's already made 2 stops in this race already. He's got a quarter of a tank of fuel left, and he's 7 seconds behind Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien in an absolute corker of a battle. Cthulhu's had an off. Cthulhu has had an off. Oh no, Cthulhu's had an off. Talleyrand will be wanting to catch him up, and he does catch him up. He's through. So Cthulhu up as Digital Blasphemy goes into the pits. Noxie back in the lead again. 12 seconds now. He's gained time. He was 10 seconds leading Homesick Alien, but I'm not sure. I think he might have to pit again before the end of this race, is Noxie. Homesick Alien will be going all the way to the end of the race. Talleyrand now up into third place with Cthulhu's off, and Digital Blasphemy back out again, and he'll be going all the way till the end, and he's hoping, I imagine, at least 2 of those cars ahead of him will be pitting. Racer Brown has recently pitted, gone in. He's put some new boots on, some racing softs, 3/4 of a tank of fuel, and he'll be going till the end now. He's 5.5 seconds behind Digital Blasphemy. Shiren is 2.5 seconds behind him. I imagine he's going all the way till the end. Jim will be having to make a pit stop soon, but he's got a pit stop in hand on Pat, so he'll be doing okay. Noxie, though, is the man today. 12 or 11.5 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien on those super softs. He'll be pushing as hard as he can to try and catch up. And Noxie, I'm not sure if Noxie's going to... I think Noxie will have to pit again, though. I'm pretty sure Noxie may have to come back into the pits for a splash and dash before the end of the race. Homesick Alien, a 109.3 from him last time around. Talleyrand in a podium position, but he will have to pit before the end of the race, as will Cthulhu. So Digital Blasphemy should move back up into that third spot, and it's really down to what Noxie's going to do. He's definitely got to pit. He's not got enough fuel to get there to the end. These guys haven't hardly used any boost up at the front here. Well, Talleyrand has. Cthulhu's used all his boosts. Digital Blasphemy's used half his boost. Racer Brown is using some boost now. He wants to catch up, Digi, to make a race of it. Shiren in a 7th spot. Not a great lap from him last time around, a 13.4. He's 4 seconds behind Racer Brown and only 2.8 seconds ahead of Jim. But I think Jim's going to have to come in for a splash and dash also, like Noxie. Homesick Alien maintains that 11.7 seconds behind Noxie. I'm pretty sure, but I've been wrong before. He'll be going all the way to the end. Pat in 9th, hanging it out there. He's pulled some time out on Turtle, but Pat might be going all the way till the end. It's unsure. And Turtle, I think he's going to the end now of the race. But Noxie, 11.6 seconds ahead of the Alien. A quarter of a tank of fuel on lap 32 of 46. So there's 14 laps left of racing here at Brands Hatch. Homesick Alien comfortably going all the way to the end. Talleyrand's going to have to come in for a splash and dash, as is Cthulhu. Should promote a Digital Blasphemy back up into that podium position. He's 26 seconds behind Noxie. Noxie might be able to get in and get back out ahead of Noxie, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it ahead of Homesick Alien. So Homesick Alien might be in a good position for the win today. Talleyrand, he's going to be pitting anytime soon. There goes Jim. Jim into the pits. But he's got a good, healthy lead on Pat at the moment to get back out there again and get on with his race. Shiren is 5 seconds behind Racer Brown. Both of them two going all the way till the end. Jim, he's put some new boots on. He's back out on track. 25 seconds behind Shiren. What can he do? You need Shiren to make some mistakes, though, to try and gain anything on him at the moment. Talleyrand, I think, will be the next man in. Possibly. He's gone past the pit lane, though. Cthulhu. He's gone in. Cthulhu's gone in, so Digital Blasphemy and possibly Racer Brown and possibly Shiren will all move ahead of Cthulhu. Gets new boots on. There goes Digital Blasphemy up into 4th place. Racer Brown in 5th and Shiren up into 6th. Jim's, though, I think a little too far behind to get ahead of Cthulhu. Cthulhu back out on track behind the Russian sensation by about 7 seconds. And how old are Shiren's tyres? Shiren's, they're not looking too bad at the moment. He's done a 109.9 his last time around, so it's a big ask for Cthulhu. He's put the super softs on, though. Half a tank of fuel to get to the end of this race. He's used all his boost up, though. And it's Talleyrand. Ooh, he's on fumes, is Talleyrand. He's made 2 stops already today. He's going to be going for a 3-stop strategy, is Talleyrand. And where is that going to plonk him out? Behind Digital, behind Racer Brown, possibly behind Shiren, not sure, maybe just ahead of Cthulhu. We'll have to wait and see. Racer Brown moving ahead of Talleyrand now into 4th place. What can Shiren do? He's going along the start straight. Talleyrand, he's on his way now. He's dropped behind Shiren. Cthulhu, though, is not quite there yet. And yes, Talleyrand out on track in 6th, just ahead of Cthulhu. Cthulhu will be ruining his off. He should be ahead of Talleyrand, but he had that off, didn't he, just before the pit stops last time around. And he's dropped a position. Noxie so far, though. He's 10 seconds ahead of the Alien. He's 26 seconds ahead of Digital Blasphemy. So Noxie's into the pits. Homesick Alien should take over the lead of this race. And it's all about Digital Blasphemy and Racer Brown, really, for Noxie, of when he's going to plonk out onto the track. Digital Blasphemy in 3rd at the moment. Noxie, he's fueled up, he's on his way, he's got the super softs on, he's getting out there. Digital Blasphemy, he's coming around the final corner, so Noxie easily in 2nd. He's 8.6 seconds behind Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien's tyres still looking quite fresh. Did a 109.9 his last time around, so Noxie has got to go like the clappers to try and catch up the Alien, but he's definitely ahead of Digital Blasphemy. Shiren's moved ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown's had enough. He's had enough. He's in Paddock Hill Bend. He's waiting for Talleyrand to go through and Cthulhu. Oh, poor Racer Brown. That is not what he wanted. He's been on the edge. He did a 108.9 his last time around. He was pushing hard. And at Paddock Hill Bend, it looks like it bit him. So Cthulhu and Talleyrand both gain a place they weren't expecting, and Racer Brown will be ruined at Paddock Hill Bend. Shiren up into 4th place now, 9 seconds off of Digital Blasphemy. Noxie, he doesn't look like he's going to get the win today, with Homesick Alien managing that 1-stop strategy. And we've got less than 10 laps to go in this race. And Homesick Alien looks like he's got a shoe in for the win. Noxie in second place. He is on fresher tyres than the Alien, but I don't know, maybe Homesick Alien's tyres will go away from him before the end of the race. We'll just have to wait and see. Digital Blasphemy, he's 8.5 seconds shy of Noxie. He's got it all to do. Noxie's still got a fair whack of boost in that car. With Homesick Alien, he's got all of his boost. Hasn't even used it yet. He'll be going for a fastest lap at the end of the race, mark my words. They come across Turtle on the track. Turtle getting way out the way. And it looks like that was Pat putting a lap on poor Turtle. Homesick Alien then leading by 8 seconds on Noxie in second, who is also 8 seconds ahead of Digital Blasphemy. Sharen's 9.5 seconds behind him, but he's got Talleyrand catching him up rather swiftly. Talleyrand on those fresher tyres, catching up the Russian sensation to try and grab a 4th place in this race as we head up Brabham Straight towards Paddock Hill Bend. Talleyrand 4 seconds ahead of Cthulhu, so he doesn't want to be held up too much by Sharen when he gets there, because then Cthulhu will be a threat for show. Into Surtees they go towards Pilgrim's Drop. Talleyrand only 3/10 behind the Russian sensation, looking to make a move in his Subaru. They go through Hawthorns, then Westfield. Dingledale, they've just gone through, then Sheen's Curve towards Sterling's. And at the moment, Sharen just doing enough to stay ahead of Talleyrand as they go through Clark's Curve. Again, 30 lap 39 just started, sorry. So 7 more laps to go in this race. Talleyrand, that's a lot of pressure for Sharen to try and soak up throughout this race. Homesick Alien still leading from Noxie and Digital Blasphemy in 3rd. Then we have this battle between Talleyrand and Sharen. And Cthulhu, he's shaved half a second off. Racer Brown's gone into the pits. Interesting stuff there. So Racer Brown behind Jim, he's gone in for a fresh set of tyres. Possibly he's going to try and get a fastest lap in this race. Jim up into 7th. Cthulhu 3.6 seconds behind Talleyrand. Talleyrand trying his hardest to get past Sharen. His best opportunity is possibly going to be Druids, really, as we make our way around Clark Curve, towards Paddock Hill. And this is where Talleyrand wants to get the best drive, get a good drive through Paddock Hill. I think he's too far behind Sharen to make a move into Druids this time. To line him up for the next one. Surtees might be a good shout to try and get a move on, but still it's 3/10 behind him. He really needs to be right there on his Jaxie. Oh, Sharen out wide a little bit there, losing time down Pilgrim's Drop. Talleyrand has got the momentum. Can he make the move? A stick. He's looking wide in Hawthorns, but it's a tough move in these sections. He's looking up the inside of Westfield. Oh, Sharen turns in on him, but he's through. He's through. Talleyrand is up into 4th place. Sharen, poor Sharen, and that Cthulhu has cut down that time by a half. He was 3 seconds behind, now he's 1.5 seconds, so Cthulhu can see them two battling ahead. Sharen, though, I think his tyres have gone. Sharen's tyres have gone, and now Talleyrand is cruising for that 4th place. Digital Blasphemy's lost even more time on Noxie. Noxie, though, only pulled in a second on Homesick Alien. We're on lap 41 of 46. Homesick Alien's tyres still looking quite good. And Noxie doing he can. He's still got a quarter of a boost to try and use to catch up those guys, but it's a tough call when Homesick Alien is on it. He is on it. And it looks like he's catching up a Racer Brown in this race, and Racer Brown won't be able to believe that as he was chasing Homesick early doors, but Racer Brown, we see why he put them new tyres on. He's just giving himself the fastest lap and he's off in Paddock Hill again. My word. And Homesick Alien goes through to put a lap on a Racer Brown, but Racer Brown does get the fastest lap, an extra point, as Homesick Alien makes his way around on lap 42, and Noxie in second. Digital Blasphemy. It looks like Pat's caught him up again, but there's not now you can do, Pat. Pat's tyres just as old as Digi's. Or maybe that's Digital putting a lap on Pat, sorry. And the Turtle has gone into the pits. I don't know if this is a pit stop. No, he's been in there 6 minutes. So Turtle giving up for the day. Homesick Alien 7.7 seconds ahead of Noxie. Noxie cannot cut that time down. Poor old Noxie, that was looking good. Looking solid, but it's the one-stop strategy that seems to have done him today. Homesick Alien making that fuel last early doors, going for a long stint in the beginning of this race, and there's only 3 more laps to go. Noxie in second, Digital Blasphemy in third, Talleyrand still only 1.5 seconds, and it looks like Catula, those tyres on Shiren, oh, they're both off, oh my word, it looks like Catula went off in sympathy with Shiren. And Catula will be down in his luck, because it looked definitely like Shiren's tyres are giving up on him, and now Catula's got it all to do. He followed him off the track, it looks like. Talleyrand then pulling away from those guys, 3 seconds on them. He's trying to catch Digital Blasphemy up, but he just cannot do it. Racer Brown still got the fastest lap of the race, a 108.5. But it won't surprise me. Homesick Alien, he did a 109.3 last time around. Starting to use that boost up. He's got a lot of boost. He might be saving all that boost up for his last lap to try and get the fastest lap of the race. We'll see. Noxie 7.2 seconds behind the Alien. He's pulled away from Digital Blasphemy, who's 15.8 seconds behind Noxie. Talleyrand in 4th spot, 8.6 seconds behind Digi. Good points for the championship leader though. Shiren, he's back under fire from Catula. Those tyres really hurting for the Russian sensation, and the Spaniard is on the attack. Only 8/10 divide them on track at the moment. Catula will be aiming for that 5th spot. Shiren doing all he can to keep a hold of it. Ooh, that car just about hanging on through Druids. I mean through Paddock Hill Bends as they go through Druids. Catula getting ever closer to Shiren, 5/10 behind him now. Into Surtees. Shiren's tyres will be absolutely giving up on him, and Catula, he hasn't got much tyre left himself, but a little bit more than Shiren. So they go through Hawthorns. He draws ever closer. You can see the grip advantage that Catula's got on Shiren, but he's got to be patient. He's got to wait for the right moment on track. But try and stay with him all the way to the end of the lap. And Catula's fuel is starting to flash, but there's 2 laps to go, so it should be okay. And he's very close now behind Shiren. Shiren's fuel also flashing. And oh, is he going to go for a move in Paddock Hill? That's brave from Catula. He just wants to stay close and go for a late break up the inside of Druids. He can't quite make it stick though. A little tap there from Catula, and poor Pat has come across these two. And he doesn't want to get involved in these two fighting it out for 5th and 6th. As they're making their way around, Homesick Alien comes across the line to start the final lap. He's only 5.6 seconds ahead of Noxie now. Noxie has found some time there. And maybe those tyres of the Alien are starting to go away from him. He's still got plenty of boost. Is he going to use it in this lap to try and get a fastest lap? It doesn't look like it. Looks like he's just going for the win. Screw the boost, screw the fastest lap. No, there he goes. Oh, Racer Brown hanging it out all over the place. He's spinning around. Noxie goes through. And Homesick Alien at 5 seconds ahead of Noxie. Noxie is hoping for the Alien to have a spin, but it doesn't look likely for the Alien. But I don't think he's going for any fastest laps here on this final lap. He's not touching that boost too much. Catula still behind Shiren. It doesn't look like there's much he can do about it on this final lap. Jim in 7th, 8th for Racer Brown, 9th for Pat. But here comes Homesick Alien around the final corner to take the win of Brands Hatch, round 5 of the Super Formula. Well done. Noxie comes home in 2nd place. Great points haulage for Noxie. And Digital Blasphemy, and looked, but he's a little way from the line. He's 6.5 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. Racer Brown's gone across the line in 8th. Pat will grab a 9th. But I think Digi is there in the final corner. And Digital Blasphemy grabs the podium. Take a boo, my son. Talleyrand coming around that final corner now to grab 4th place. Shiren next to claim 5th, and he does survive ahead of Catula, who comes home in 6th. And it's Pat coming around that final corner for 9th place. And a cracking race from Pat there. And Jim grabbing 7th, and I think he can declare he probably hates Brands Hatch. And Turtle in the pits. But it's this man today with his one-stop strategy that did it. Noxie had it all his own way at the beginning, grabbed a great lead, built a good buffer, but the one-stop strategy had it from Homesick Alien. In the chat, Mama Homesick saying, well done Homesick, a great win. Awesome stuff from Homesick Alien. Digital Blasphemy lost a bit of time in the middle of the race there to Noxie and Homesick. And Talleyrand, even though he did a 3-stop strategy, managed to get 4th place. Little bit of luck though with Catula going off early doors and Racer Brown going off. But still, 4th is 4th, no matter what. But it is the Alien today that had it. And a super job done by him and his team. Turned it around in the pit stops. Pat in the chat saying, that's the most fun I've had for a P9 in a long time. This car is so much better on this track. Yes, it looked fun. Cars looked like they stuck until they didn't. We had a few offs. Racer Brown was slinging his one here, there and everywhere. But in the end, Racer Brown, Homesick Alien, Noxie and Digital Blasphemy are your podium sitters. And they did a mighty fine job on the day. Super stuff from these guys. Jesus, Turtle could have come out the pits and gone round before that timer ran out. That was a long time at the end of the race. But huge congratulations to Homesick, Noxie and Digital Blasphemy. Talleyrand with that 3-stopper getting 4th. Shiren holding off Catula in the end there to grab himself 5th. And there you go, Homesick Alien. Didn't he just win the Megane trophies as well? Double win for Homesick Alien today. And there him holding his trophy aloft. Right, I'll take you to the race results. And then I can tell my kid that he can start downloading his game again. Annoying little git. So there you go. Homesick Alien took the win from Noxie. And I think it was the strategy today that helped the Alien. Speed and strategy that beat Noxie. Because Noxie looked like he had this all going his way early doors in this race. But in the end, Homesick Alien gets the win. Noxie in second. Digital Blasphemy also on a one-stop, getting that final podium position. Talleyrand in fourth. Shiren in fifth. Catula in sixth. Jim in seventh. Racer Brown in eighth. Pat ninth. And Turtle finishing in 10th. Racer Brown got the fastest lap with a 108.589 on lap 40. He came in, took an extra stop, just put some tyres on, just so he could go out there and get that fastest lap, and he got it. So he gets a point for that, I think. Or 2 points, I think. They get 2 points for the fastest lap because there's no pole point. So that all helps Racer Brown, even though finishing down in 8th. Pat saying, if I could have driven like I did in most of the second half of the race throughout, I might have had a chance to get better than that. It was great driving behind Homesick towards the end. There you go. Super. Yeah, well, we saw you behind Digital for ages, Pat. Doing a cracking job. Don't forget, Sunday evening, we've got the VW Bug Enduro Cup coming your way from, oh, God, it's the French track. No, Italian track. My brain's gone foggy. It's a road track anyway. It should be good. It's a pretend one. It's one of GT Sports pretend ones. But it should be fun. So join us Sunday evening for that. And then next week, the streams are going to look a little different. Me and my son aren't going to fight for the internet anymore because I'll be streaming the replays the morning after the races. So Wednesday morning and Friday morning, I think you'll see the races. Thank you for joining us here for the Super Formula Season 3 Round 5. I hope you enjoyed that. I definitely did. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Lee Kibom. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Peace and love. Peace and love.